You know, we use it every day, but have you ever stopped to think about what English actually is? Is it a German language? A French one? A Latin one? The answer is yes. And that's what makes it so wonderfully weird and fascinating. Let's take a trip back in time about 1,500 years. Picture the British Isles. The people living there, the Celts, are speaking their own Celtic languages. Then along come seafaring tribes from what is now Germany and Denmark. The Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes. They push the Celts to the edges, to places like Wales and Scotland, and their Germanic dialects start to form the foundation of what we now call Old English. This is where we get our most basic everyday words. Words like house, woman, loaf, and werewolf. Yeah, werewolf. They had their priorities straight. So for a while, English is happily chugging along as a Germanic language. But then, 8th century, the Vikings arrive. Big bearded guys in long ships, and they're not just here for sightseeing. They raid, they settle, and they bring their language, Old Norse. Suddenly, English gets a massive injection of Viking vocabulary. Think about it. Sky, egg, cake, skin, leg, window. Even pronouns like they, their, and them. That's right, every time you talk about them, you're speaking a little bit of Viking. The two languages were so similar in places that they just merged. It's like they were linguistic cousins who decided to move in together. Okay, so now English is a Germanic Viking mashup. But the biggest plot twist is yet to come. The year is 1066. William the Conqueror from Normandy in France invades and takes the English throne. And for the next 300 years, the entire ruling class, the government, the courts, the fancy pants aristocrats, all speak French. This is where English gets really mixed up. The farmers and common folk are still speaking English. But if you want to sound important, you use French. So the guy raising the animal in the field calls it a cow, from Old English. But the aristocrat eating it at the dinner table calls it beef, from French. He raises a pig but eats pork. He raises sheep but eats mutton. This is why we have so many synonyms. You can begin or you can commence. You can ask a question or make an inquiry. One is from our Germanic roots, the other is our fancy French import. It's estimated that over 10,000 French words flooded into English during this time, covering everything from law, judge, jury, evidence, to food and fashion. So English isn't a pure language, it never was. It's a glorious, messy, beautiful mutt. It's a Germanic dog with a Viking bark and a very chic French poodle haircut. It has borrowed words from Latin, Greek, Arabic, Hindi, and hundreds of other languages from all over the globe. It's a linguistic cocktail, mixed over 15 centuries. And that's why it's one of the richest, most expressive, and sometimes most confusing languages in the world. It's not just a language, it's a history of conquest, trade, and conversation. And that story is still being written one new word at a time.